You know, my name's Richard Petty, and sometimes when I'm driving my stock car, I think to myself, I'm driving fast. And the only thing that's faster than Richard Petty driving a stock car are, are these upside down BC powders. You can take them upside down or right side up. BC powders, they're fast. Like me, Richard Petty, when I'm driving. Alright, it's Sunday, so I'm going to do a ballad. Now, these, before I do this serious ballad on Sunday, they're the Borg, they've been, like, monitoring me for 2 years now. And so, like, the paparazzi was here earlier, and the flashes go off. I can't handle all that. So I have to wear those glasses. And the Borg will send me a picture of Beale and use Beale's phone number or whatever, and but it's not Beale. It's like, I'm like, who is this? And they'll send like a picture of Beale, and I'll be like, well, so what? And then they'll talk like they're Beale, but they're not Beale. Okay, it's just like the shrinks, and I don't know how many of them there are. I think there's 8 of them, and they study me, right? It's like, that poem or whatever the hell it's called, not a poem, short story, where like all these people like touch the different parts of an elephant. It's like these Indian people, and that one Indian person is like holding the tusk, and they'll say, "Oh, the elephant," and they're all blind. Yeah, that's the important part I need to say. These 8 Indian doctors that are blind, and they touch the Indian elephant, and then they're like, "Oh," the one that holds the tusk is like, "Oh, it's hard and long and sharp and blah blah blah," and the one that's holding the tail is like, "Oh, it's got a fuzzy end to it." Whatever. They get these different comments. That's kind of like how it is. But they're like, the one that's Beale, that pretends he or she, whoever is Beale, will say, "And what's your plan?" And I'm like, "I'm going to be the world's greatest lounge singer or bust." And they're like, "Well, what's your backup plan?" And I'm like, "My backup plan is fuck it. I want to be the best lounge singer in the world, or fuck it. What is the point anyway, right? If I'm not the best." And that's why I've decided, and it's a big step, and I know a lot of you are going to be against this, but I've decided to take some music lessons. I know what you're thinking. No, don't. It's perfect the way that it is. But, I think that I need a little bit, more artillery there to add to my musical arsenal, because I want to be the best. I want to be number 1. Threlkeld, Manning, Callaway, you can lick my boot. Backup plan. Be the best lounge singer ever, or fuck it. That's the backup plan is fuck it. Anyway, here's a serious ballad. It's a true story. Gather round me, poet and sinner. I'm going to tell you the story about how my Hungarian mother ruined Thanksgiving dinner. It was at Cindy Fink's house in 1985. And looking back on it now, I don't know how we all survived. We all sat around the table, and my mom ripped a loud, smelly Hungarian gasser. And then no one said anything for what seemed an eternity. probably was only like 5 seconds, but it seemed like forever. And then I finally said, "That was awesome." Well, Mr. Fink had had enough, and he said, "Thanksgiving dinner is over." And I didn't get to mess around with Cindy again until the end of November. And that's the ballad of the Hungarian fart that ruined Thanksgiving Day.